Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Evelyn, this is Eve's Chat. Today I decided to do my video from Lake Nakuru National Park. But then this is where we grew up. My neighborhood and Lake Nakuru National Park is just a few meters away. And I remember before I got married, I used to come here most of the time to unwind. This is a very nice place to come and relax, because of the ecosystem that is here, the nice trees. You can always hear the birds chirping in the air. And then sometimes you find people that are stressed. They just decide to come here to kind of think about what they want in life. But then when I used to come here and I see the tourists passing here with the vans going to the gate, I think that's when I decided to even me, I can try to see if I can get a kamzungu. So that is why I decided to do my shooting here today. It's a very nice place. And I can recommend to anybody who is visiting Nakuru, you can always visit this place. So last time on my previous video, when I told you about the church that I was attending and the kind of backlash we got from church and the kind of life we had in church with my late Mzungu husband, there was a lot of things that I went through there, and that is why I decided to share some of these stories so that those who are still going to church blindly, they can have some wisdom, especially when it comes to this thing they call giving. Because giving has been so much kind of outdone in church in a way that nobody is allowed to give in a sensible way. You realize there are families that have broken. You realize there are marriages that are broken. You realize there are people who have kind of garnered depression because of the things that they are going through in church. So I told you in my previous video, when we kind of decided to stop going to church, and I just felt like I don't want to go back to church because I felt like it's no longer home. And I felt like there was nothing really that was attaching me there spiritually. Because, when you go to church, you feel like you just want to go and convene with God. You want to go and kind of have a relationship with God. And you want to kind of get a solace place to share. So when we stopped going, that is where drama started. Because I told you when we bought this pastor a car, and when I went to tell the car dealer, I don't think I'm going to pay for that car anymore, because I saw his intentions were not pure. Because why this moment you're telling me you need a car, and then the next day or some other moment you're telling me you want to sell this car, and the reason why you want to sell this car is not even clear. I think that is where the problem came. So about 3 weeks when he was having sermon, he said that those people who have stopped coming to church, they are going to have a lot of problems, that they are going to start walking in slippers. When somebody tells you you're going to start walking in slippers, it's like you're going to face a lot of challenges, you're going to be so poor to an extent you won't even have shoes. So we just felt since it's somebody who has told us that this is what he's preaching, we decided, okay, fine, if that is what he has said, I don't think we serve a God who is poor. So the problem started when I've told you when we stopped going to church. So we started having problems in my business, because you see, Christians, especially these Christians that we go to these Pentecostal churches, we always have this belief you can be cursed, you can be a pastor can curse you. And up to date, or kind of, I used to feel like this pastor kind of sent a curse to us, because after we stopped going to church, after we stopped supporting him, or after we stopped supporting the church, that is when we started having problems. Because the business that I was doing, I started having a lot of problems there. And then I realized there was a lot of inconsistency. I was no longer getting visas for people to go. I was no longer getting customers, and I was no longer getting clients like I was having before. So this problem was because I really did not feel like I belong there. So there is this couple I met later on from the same church that we used to go. They had bought a pickup. They had bought a 504. So what he did, the pastor is the one who told him, like, there is somebody who is selling a pickup here. And he told this young man, we feel like if you buy this pickup, it is going to be of aid to you and the business. He wanted to open a hardware. So what he did, he decided to buy this pickup from this guy who was selling the pickup. So after he bought this pickup from this guy, 2 weeks later, the pastor sent the owner of this car to go and ask this guy to give him to use for a week, because this young man had not yet figured out what he wanted to do with this car. So then they went for this car, and do you know what? Because since he had not finished paying for it, and he had not changed the details of the logbook. So what he did, they decided to sell the car again without the knowledge of this young man. So where is it going to send this young man? This young man ended up in debt. I tell you, like most of the believers that we were going there, we ended up in debt. We ended up in problems. We ended up in financial problems, financial challenges. I think it's just because of the fact that we decided to stop supporting this guy or supporting this man of God. The reason why I feel like you should always be careful when choosing the church you're going. First of all, you need to realize, like, why do you want to go to church? Is it because you want to go and pray, or is it because you want to go and share your problems with the man of God there? Or is it because you feel like you want to be kind of in a community? Because nowadays there are people who go to church so that they can get new friends, so that they can get new relationships out there. I realized that this is not the case anymore. The main thing that is going on in so many churches nowadays is giving. Like, what do you have to give? What do you have to share? Like, what do you have to give in terms of sadaka? And that is why so many families nowadays are broken. So in this channel of mine, I have so many people who have requested me to kind of put them on board so that they can be able to share what they are going through in churches or what they went through in church. To an extent, they feel Christianity is a scam. To an extent, they feel like church should not be something anybody should worry about at this time and era. So in this channel, I'll be bringing you many guests. Sometimes I'll be coming with them here, and then if you feel, and you're my viewer, you feel like you have a burning story inside you, it doesn't have to be church. Sometimes you have something that you really want to share, because you know, when you speak, what you have carried in your heart is always good. You feel the load that you had in your heart has been shared. So we will be bringing most of these people. Anytime you feel like it is now burning, anytime you feel like now I can't do it anymore, anytime you feel like I've come to the crossroads, or I've come to the end of the road, this is the right place to be, because I'll be able to give you a shoulder to lean on. I'll be able to give you that ear you are willing to have, or you are willing to get for somebody to listen to you. Thank you so much for those people who have always been able to listen to my stories, for those people who have been able to subscribe. I'm asking you again, and I'm requesting you again and again and again, kindly subscribe, kindly share this love, so that we can be able to spread this gospel, we can be able to spread this channel to the multitudes and multitudes of people out there. Thank you, you're welcome, and bye-bye.